If you are cruising to Alaska, there's a good chance you'll be cruising through the Tracy Fjord. Well, in this video, we're going to show you everything you can expect for that day so you are fully prepared. Also, at the end of the video, we're going to give you an honest, open review of what we thought about our experience, and it's all coming up.
We're going to get coffee, much needed coffee. Actually, we're going to get hot water and make our own coffee. Should we fix it for him?
Somebody had a rough night. Or maybe a bear came.
A bear.
I had a dream about bears last night.
You'll have to tell me about it later.
Yeah.
Hazelnut delight makes coffee so good.
So extremely excited. It is early in the morning. Today we're going to be seeing more of what you see behind us, but only better. But I'm so excited. We're beginning to see our first mountains. They have snow caps at the top. We're hoping the clouds clear a little bit, but today we're expecting to see bear, we're expecting to see whales, we're expecting to see icebergs out here, some the softer ones so that they can tell this boat will run right through them. We just can't wait. We're excited and we're going to take you along with us the entire time. Okay, right now we have another small ship that is approaching the cruise ship. What's happening with this is there are specialized pilots that board the ship. They're going to be with us for like the next 4 days, and they're highly specialized in navigating through the waters that we're going to be in. So what we're going to see here momentarily, the boat there off in the distance, it's going to come aside of our cruise ship, and we're going to have those pilots are going to get on board. This is just another one of those unique things about sailing to Alaska.
So we are getting ready to go up top and just check out the views. Got my hat on, getting my gloves on, and bringing my nice fuzzy blanket that they let us use. So we are strolling through the cruise ship, and I don't know, there's just something not right. I just cannot get used to being in gloves and a hat and a coat. This is so weird.
I have definitely never seen you like this on a cruise ship, but at the same time, there's such excitement because it's a sightseeing tour, right? So
yeah.
All around it, so that is actually pretty exciting and different.
Yeah. Oh man, it's cold.
Okay, so look, we are on deck number 9 on the Carnival Spirit, and they have this area to the front. I'm going to spin around now so you can see these chairs. Look, these are set up at the front, so it's windy up here and it is cold, as you can imagine, but they have all these chairs set up where you can check things out, and from this vantage point you can see down to the very front of the ship. Now, we have been told that when we get in around the icebergs and stuff, they can tell the ones that are softer that the boat can go straight through. And they said it's so neat because you'll see sometimes you'll go straight through those icebergs, so we're hoping we'll get to see that. But look, it is so cold, we're not going to be able to hang out up here all the time because it is frigid. But we do have the blankets that we got from the room steward. We'll talk to you more about that throughout the day, but we may bring those up here with some hot cocoa or some coffee and spend some time up here showing you the site. I am not wearing short sleeves right now. You can say maybe not a real man if you want to, but my ears are
oh, mine are warm.
Mine are nearing frostbite point at this point.
I'll keep them warm.
But I've always had, listen, time of confession, I've always had big Dumbo ears anyway, so they'll catch any puff of wind, especially if it's icy wind. So it is cold, but look, I would say, just so you sort of get an idea for what we're feeling right now, it is cold. This isn't like Arctic, like it's terrible bad. It's like if you have a windy day in winter and you're just coming out and it's like just a little brisk. You're not going to be out here more than, say, 15-20 minutes at a time unless you're bundled like Kelly.
No, it's gonna be 15 minutes and that's it.
But Kelly does not like the cold. That's something about Kelly. Okay, so Kelly and I, we are hanging out here on the balcony. She has a cup of hot chocolate. I have my coffee. So I would say this: if you like having hot drinks, especially when you're in the Arctic environment, but if you like coffee or a hot chocolate, here would be my personal take and review on that here on board the Carnival Spirit. Honestly, I don't think the coffee is that good. I'm not a big fan of cruise ship coffee. Now, they have coffee bars where if you want to pay a little money, you can get the specialty coffee. But for us, we like bringing the instant coffee and then some mixes, French vanilla, caramel macchiato, something like that. However, for the hot chocolate, what do you think? It's pretty good, right?
The hot chocolate is excellent. Highly recommend the hot chocolate.
Yeah, so you can get the hot chocolate. They have a machine here on board the Carnival Spirit close to where you have the coffee. They're not at every coffee spot, but if you look around, they are on board, and it's really good stuff.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Okay, so we are still at the beginning part of the day where we go into Tracy Arm. Now, Tracy Arm is a sea day. It is a day where there is the opportunity to see glaciers, all kinds of wildlife, potentially bears, whales, all kinds of stuff. Now, we are at the beginning part of that day, but it's already been pretty neat. On both sides of the ship, we have the shores pretty close, right?
Yeah, the shore is very close, and with a decent pair of binoculars, you can see the shore really, really good.
There has been whale spottings throughout the morning, and really not far off the ship on each side, there is the small mountains, you have the trees. It is literally beautiful scenery, and it's only going to get better as we go throughout the day. We just saw some whales. Multiple of them coming up. They're breaching out of the water. They're still going a little further back now, but it's pretty awesome. Now, Kelly and I, we love the Caribbean, but you know what? The views we have here on this Alaskan cruise are amazing. Look what is right outside our door, and it's been this way all day. Let's go check it out. I mean, isn't that fabulous? It's literally just off from the ship. The mountains, the rocks, the trees, absolutely amazing. And if you have a balcony room, you can literally lay in your bed and check it out.
What's up?
I'm ready to eat something.
All right, what are you gonna eat?
Something from Blue Iguana. Some breakfast tacos or regular tacos, whatever. Okay, so Kelly and I are about to have one of our favorite things to eat on board the Carnival's cruise ships, and that is Blue Iguana. Having it for lunch, they also probably have the best breakfast on board the Carnival Spirit.
Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy.
I'm hoping they have taco bowls here, but I don't know, we'll see.
Life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel
So it is about noon and we went to get blue iguana and sit down in the Lido marketplace area. And just know this, if you want to eat lunch around that time, every single table is full because everybody is kind of looking out the windows watching stuff. So just plan accordingly.
Okay, so we just brought our blue iguana back here to the room. Now when we look up at the mountains, one thing I love, see this a lot when I'm in the Himalayas, but you can see the ice fall sort of rolling down, sort of the blue shaded color ice coming down through that little valley. So it's so cool to see that. Oh, it looks very beautiful ahead too. I think we're about to turn in here. You can see the first icebergs we're seeing is there ahead. There's some on the left and then also some on the right. So this is gonna be super to check out. Okay, so as you're going up Tracy Arm, you definitely wanna be able to be out on deck in order to see all the great sights. Now, we highly recommend a balcony room, right?
Definitely, absolutely.
So, but with that, you're only going to be able to see that one vantage point. At times, you're going to come up from your room and be able to see 360. Well, the Carnival Spirit is set up almost perfect for that. For example, on deck number 10, you have the Lido deck directly below us. That's deck 9. But deck 10, the one step up from that, you can pretty much go all the way around the ship and observe 360 from there.
And there's also lots of seating on that deck. Pretty much as you go walk around that whole deck, there's seats for you to sit down.
Yeah, on the front side of the ship also, they have the seats, actually chairs set out for the purpose of observation. You have the Serenity deck on the back side.
Yeah.
You could lounge back on those, right?
Yep, absolutely.
We're not doing that because we've had some rain. It's a little wet. But in addition to that deck 10 that goes around where you have all of that observation 360, there's little platforms like what we're standing on now. And here you can literally, I'm gonna spin around. You can literally, from this one platform, you can look in every single direction. Now we're in the middle part of the ship, but they have these same kind of observation areas on the front of the ship and the back of the ship, right?
Mm-hmm. And in fact, I think we should go check out the back because I think you can actually go up even higher than what we are right now.
So we have bundled up. We put on some layers.
Yes.
We have our blankets.
Yes.
Just down on the Lido deck here on deck 9. We could go grab some coffee or hot chocolate, but we're ready to have a good time, right?
Let's do it.
Let's check it out. What's up, my love?
Trying to get my camera out of my pocket so I can take a picture. So I can put it on my Instagrams.
Okay, so back behind us we do have, it looks like some pretty heavy rain about a mile away, so hopefully that stays over there. Can feel a few little droplets coming here and there, but hopefully that'll hold off so we can stay outside here and enjoy the view. But actually it's really close right now, so you can see it hitting the water out here, so we may have to dunk inside here in just a moment. Okay, so right now we are at the highest point where you can do some observation here on board the Carnival Spirit, with the exception of if you're up at the top part where they have the water slide, which that is closed right now. But it is starting to sprinkle lightly, and it looks like the rain that is over here off to the side, it is getting closer. So Kelly and I, we're gonna duck inside here for just a little bit.
It's cold. It's now raining. It makes me think of those deadliest catch fishermen guys. Kudos to them, man. I don't know how they do that kind of job.
So Kelly and I have come inside from the rain. Now, what we did is we came to the Lido Cafe area, the restaurant. We've got us a table here next to the window.
But note, it is super full. So you gotta snag a table as soon as you see the crew clean it off, snag it.
In fact, we had a table further in by the coffee bar and stuff like that. Saw this one opened up and snagged it. But the cool thing, even with it raining, we're getting some great views. We just had a huge iceberg just go by. Kelly pulled out her binoculars. There was an eagle on it, right?
Like, it was so funny. Like, we're just sitting there eating and we look out the window like, oh, there's a huge iceberg floating by. And then Jason so nonchalantly was like, yeah, it's got an eagle on top. And I'm like, okay, now I am starting to have fun. I feel like I'm on a safari, except Well, it's freezing cold out, but this is super fun. I feel like, what kind of wild animal am I gonna find next?
Okay, so the journey up Tracy Arm has been amazing. You know, you've got forests and these mountains on each side, seeing the waterfalls because it is summertime, so you see those coming down. But now we're making the first right-hand turn, and check this out. You've got these sort of rock wall structures. We're gonna go up right through the middle of this. It's amazing, so steep on the walls on the side, you know.
Yeah.
Just beautiful. Okay, so we gave it a go. It is raining again, but we are moving further up Tracy Arm. The views, the walls are spectacular. What Kelly and I have decided to do, we have a GoPro set up here, and we have been time-lapsing the entire trip up Tracy Arm. We're gonna have that thing running as long as the batteries don't run down and such. So you're gonna love seeing that video. But Kelly and I, look at her, she's all bundled up.
Life is good. I am super comfy.
But it is so peaceful. There's not only the sound of the water, but there's also the sound of the rain out here. We're watching these great waterfalls coming down off these walls. We're watching wildlife, huge mountains, snow-capped peaks. It's absolutely marvelous.
So one of the most surprising things to me is some of these icebergs are the prettiest blue color. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were all like white, but oh, they're blue and they're pretty.
Okay, I have to say I'm having Titanic thoughts right now. Here we are on the railing of the ship. In our stateroom, we have this huge iceberg, literally just, what would you say, Kel? About a couple 100 feet?
Yeah.
Here from the side of the ship?
Yep.
Pretty amazing. One of the coolest things of coming up Tracy Arm, it really is a cool day. Now, when you come, it may even be better because you may have better weather than we're having, but this is still neat because you never know what's going to be around the next turn as you're going up through this or what animal you're going to see. So it's just a cool way to hang out. Highly recommend the balcony, especially if you have a bad weather day.
So these awesome blue blankets are available to passengers. All you have to do is ask your cabin steward for them. They are warm, and you know what else? They are big. These blankets, you gotta get one.
Another thing you're definitely going to need when you come to Alaska is a good raincoat. Now this one I absolutely love. It is an outdoor research one. I have taken this all the way to Mount Everest. It's lightweight, but look, you don't get any better than this when it comes to keeping you dry. I'll actually put a link down in the description to this exact raincoat so you can check it out. Something to consider.
We're getting more and more icebergs. Like they're starting to like be everywhere, which is kind of exciting.
Okay, I just have to say I'm not exactly sure how we're going to navigate around that large iceberg up there. I'm not sure if we're going to turn around or just steer around, or I've heard about the soft icebergs. Maybe we're going to run straight through it, but we're about to find out. Okay, Kelly's getting a little cold and we've been outside for quite a while, and as you can see, we're still going up Tracy Arm. We have our GoPro getting a time lapse of everything to show you all in a separate video. But I went ahead, Kelly was getting a little cold, and I have got her set up good here. We put one of those blue blankets at the bottom she's laying on. She's got one at the top. I've got her all tucked in. She's all snuggled up. Got her a couple pillows.
The best part is I'm laying here and I can look straight out my balcony and still see the amazing views.
Awesome, right?
It's perfect.
I'm going to be perched right here checking out the views, staying warm here, heated inside the cabin, ready to jump out there whenever the beautiful views come by. Okay, I don't know how well you all can see this off in the distance, but the glacier there where those two mountains sort of, you have the valley in between, is super. We're going closer to that. That's going to be great. It's just amazing to see. I don't think the camera does it justice for what you're seeing there, but with the naked eye here, I mean, that is just wow. I hope you all can take that in to some degree through the camera. Okay, so if you get the excursion where you take the smaller boat and go all the way up to the edge of the glacier, that is one of those boats that's approaching the cruise ship. Now, it has already taken one load of passengers out, and now it's coming back to get another load. So that's the ship. And look, the glacier you see there, that is 3 miles away. So it looks huge from here. It doesn't seem like it's that far away. but the fact that it is 3 miles, that goes to show you exactly how big this glacier is. Okay, so if you decide to do that excursion, currently is at about $190 for an adult. It's about $110 for a child. The boat that you take out, you know, it's covered inside, so even if you had bad weather, you can, you know, you're covered up, but they do have the observation decks where you can go out to get those views and those great camera shots. Now that glacier is called Sawyer Glacier, and aside from taking the excursion, this what you're seeing right now with Sawyer Glacier in the distance is about as close as you will get by the cruise ship. Now on the day when you go to Tracy Arm, great day taking in all of this views. It is a sea day, and this is really, that is the only excursion opportunity that's available during this day. Alright, so hopefully with all of the videos, the snippets, and the narratives we just gave you, it gave you a pretty good feel of what to expect on a day going up the Tracy Arm Fjord. So let's consider just a quick review of that. Kelly, do you think that this experience is something that everybody's going to absolutely love, or some's going to love, some's not, because people are different, right?
Yeah, I really think it's going to be based upon your personality. I don't think that everybody that passes through Tracy Arm is absolutely going to love it. And let me explain a little bit. Once you actually start making your way up Tracy Arm, you'll see icebergs, and you'll see some wildlife, and you'll see beautiful mountains. But once you get in it and you start, you know, sailing, you're seeing the same things pretty much over and over again. So for me personally, an hour of sail time, and I had seen everything that I wanted to see.
Pretty neat. It's something different. Mm-hmm. It's pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, are you glad you're experiencing it?
Oh, I'm definitely glad I'm experiencing it.
I'm just asking you honest now.
And, like, just like taking God's creation is amazing. It's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's cold. So, like, I probably wouldn't do it again.
Ever?
I mean, not unless, like, I was going with a group of people. Or, like, if the kids wanted to do it.
Am I not enough, Kelly?
No, but I mean, like... you know what I mean.
Tension is on.
Like, I would prefer the Caribbean probably still. I'm just being honest.
So there is no doubt I married a warm weather chica.
I did, yeah, you did.
And she loves it, and I love her.
I married a cold weather polar bear.
What do polar bears do? They just paw?
Yeah, they eat fish.
I like fish.
There we go. Yeah.
Now, personally, I loved it. And so I am a person, I love the mountains. I go to Nepal every year that I can, to the Himalayas. So for me to be able to see, and I'm looking off to that side because literally outside our balcony right now, I'm still seeing these mountains. To see those, to see the waterfalls. We saw a bear today, we saw whales today, we saw an eagle today, tons of icebergs. To me, it was great, but, you know, so it's one of those things, it's a personal preference.
Yeah, I definitely think, though, it would be something that everybody should experience and check off their bucket list.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a bucket list, I personally don't, but if I had one, Alaska would have needed to go on there. Now I can check it off, but I'll probably be back. I'll talk Kelly into coming back with me. So some of you watching, you've been to Alaska as well, and others of you, you've seen the video that we just showed. So let us know, what would you like? Was this something you would enjoy? Chime in below, let us know if this was something you would like, or maybe you prefer more of just the hot weather kind of destinations. Let us know, we'd love to hear from you. In this video, if you go on an Alaskan cruise, one of the most common things to do is to pass through the Tracy Arm Fjord. I knew I was going to laugh before I even got to it.
Oh, go get it. Look, you're missing it.
Which way does the door go?
Just as Jason had his moment yesterday, well, I'm having my moment this morning. And quite frankly, I didn't really like any of it. So we have a lot more Alaska videos coming. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you do not miss any new episodes when they come out. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you on the sea soon. God bless.
Things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it.